Well, I've just finished winding the boat here to the top of Atherstone locks. I'm now going to make a trip down to Coventry, turn round and come back again. They sound like a silly idea, but I'll explain on the way what's going on. I need to get rid of some rubbish, so I'm just going to back the boat into the top of the lock entrance here, jump off quick, go and get rid of it, jump back on the boat and off we'll go. So here I go to get rid of that rubbish. I'm back. So let's make a move. I'm not going to try and make it to Coventry in one day. I can do it in one day. But I want to stop off at Springwood Haven and try and pick up some more firewood. It's a bit busier than it has been along here for a while. But there's plenty of room still tomorrow. There's room for probably 3 more boats. Good morning. It's Monday today, the whatever it is, 27th I think of March, and I need to be in the Coventry area for the 1st. On the 1st I'm going to my parents' blue sapphire wedding anniversary. Yes, 65 years my parents have been married. I'm just heading back down, as I say, towards Coventry, near Springwood Haven at the moment. And I want to try and do it in one day. I was going to leave yesterday, but the weather forecast wasn't very good and it did rain most of the morning. I didn't realise the battery just died there when I was talking to you. Anyway, engine's going now and it's time to make a move. If I find anything of interest on the way, I feel like it's worth pointing the camera at, I'll film it for you. Anyway, meanwhile, it's time for me to make a move and I'll catch you all later. Well, I've got my little mini speaker out. It's plugged in at the moment because I can't remember the last time I used it. It is Bluetooth and it is rechargeable. I think it's probably a bit low at the moment. So I'm going to listen to some music on the way. Yeah, a bit of music. A bit of old classic rock I think will go on. I won't play it because I don't want to get a YouTube strike. But here we go. Plugged in, of course, to my new socket I put in the back here. You saw me leave this morning what I'd call the south side of Springwood Haven. I did stop opposite the marina there by the trees, and I did go into the woods very quickly and get some wood out. As you can see, there's not much on the roof because the little bit I did get is actually in the front well. I got scared off by the wind. It was extremely windy, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in another video, which you may see before or after this one. I'm not sure yet. But awkward at the moment the way videos are coming out. Anyway, more about that in the other video. Let's carry on cruising. Well, this huge factory or whatever it is at Nuneaton here gets bigger and bigger every time I come past it. I always call this the banana boat, the way it sort of bends in the middle. Well, I'm doing this from memory as I have nothing written down, but the old pump house here, which contained a Newcomb pump engine which came out of, I believe, the old Griff colliery locally, was used to maintain the water levels in the Coventry Canal. The water was actually pumped out of the old mines, the old coal mines around here, into the canal to maintain those levels. The engine now, the old Newcomb engine, I believe is in Dartmouth Museum. The engine house here is still quite intact as a building, but of course it no longer has the Newcomb beam engine in it. We now, of course, passing Hawkesbury Junction, and if you've seen my video on the Lost Canal, the Lost Oxford Canal, I talk more about it and when this junction was actually constructed. This is one of the reasons why the date on this wonderful iron bridge here at Hawkesbury Junction does not coincide with the building of either the Oxford Canal or the Coventry Canal. Probably mentioned this before, but there's the famous Greyhound pub in the distance beyond the bridge there. And there's a facilities block here with water just along the canal here, rubbish disposal and toilets. Well, from here onwards, I've missed out a bit. I went from here at Hawkesbury Junction down to Bridge 8, where I went to Tesco, did some shopping, then went on down to Bridge 6, where the winding hole is, turned the boat around, and came back up here to Hawkesbury Junction. Well, this is the next day now. I've been to my parents' blue sapphire wedding anniversary, and here's a quick shot of where we actually went to. Had a lovely meal. I got a lift there from Hawkesbury Junction by my niece Lizzie, that's my brother's daughter, and back again. So thank you very much, Lizzie. Very much appreciated. And now it's time to make a move back to Atherstone. Good morning. Oh, it's a bit fresh out here this morning. It's April the 2nd. I've been to my parents' blue sapphire wedding anniversary yesterday, their party. Absolutely wonderful time at the Stag Inn at Great Donington, I believe it is. Fantastic time there. Anyway, I'm back on the boat and it's time to leave Coventry again. Well, the boat's drifting off. Let's make a move. I'm back cruising, by the way. Yes, I'm going to be cruising from now onwards. It's time to get some cruising videos done. The job I thought I had at the marina all fell through. So, cruising it's got to be. Well, I did go on to say from there that I need to make lots and lots of videos to try and make £1 or £2 on YouTube with the advertising. So, of course, the more you watch, the more perhaps I can make. I'm going to stop in a few seconds just to go and fill up with water, get rid of a bag of rubbish, and then we'll be off. I've just been stopped at the facilities point here, filled up with water, got rid of my rubbish. Now it's time to make a move. I've got my dirty old blue jacket on here, which I use for collecting firewood and all that, because the ground out here was extremely muddy and dirty and horrible, and I've got to pull my hose pipe through it all. And when you wrap your hose up, you know you're going to get mud all over your clothes. So I put the dirty one on. It's only me here, so I'm sorry if you don't like my dirty clothes on at the moment. I try to keep some of it nice and clean. No eating today. Back past the junction we go. And the old pump house. Through the narrow section here where there was once a bridge, I'm guessing, which almost certainly went to the old coal fields here. The site here is where there used to be all the coal fields, the collieries were here, Bedworth and Hawkesbury. Nowadays it's a park area been made into, but I also understand that quite a large proportion of this has been designated now for housing, so this lovely parkland's going to also disappear. Shortly we're going to go past the old Bedworth Arm. There's still water in a lot of it, and I'll point it out as we go by. That used to go to the collieries for loading up the coal. When the Oxford Canal and the Coventry Canal were having its dispute about where the junction was going to be put in, now at Hawkesbury Junction. The Oxford Canal actually tried to get that amended and put in up here at Bedworth, where the arm is, I'm assuming, so it made it easier for getting the coal straight out of the Bedworth arm, straight onto the Oxford Canal, and would have cut out probably 3 or 4 miles of travelling for the boaters. Well, I'm now approaching the old Bedworth arm. It's just about to come up here on the left hand side. This is today a winding hole though, so it's quite useful still. I believe it was about here somewhere where the Oxford Canal wanted to join into the Coventry Canal. So here we have it. This was the old Bedworth arm, which ran up to the collieries. It amazes me, all the good mooring around here with Armco. You get the hire boats here moored up on the rocky shelf. Well, I stopped here quickly at Bedworth, one of my favourite little mooring spots here opposite the school. Quick cup of coffee, quick cup of tea actually. Warm up a little bit because it was blooming cold out here earlier. Now the sun's trying to break through, so it's time to make a move again. Right, let's get going. I do like it when the sun's trying to come out. I've been under this weeping willow a few times. You may have also noticed a change of headgear. Yes, I've got the woolly hat back out. The cap was not keeping my head and ears warm. This keeps my ears warm. This place never ceases to amaze me. What is here? Is it a junkyard or is it just a picker's paradise? For sale, one careful owner, leaks slightly. I'm just about to pass the entrance to the Ashby Canal once again. I'm not going up there. I did that a couple of years ago. It's shallow up there, hard going, and nowhere to go shopping particularly. Very hard for grocery shopping. There's only really Hinckley, and yeah, it's nice up there, but people rave over it. It's certainly not my favourite canal. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it up there, and I will do it again probably one day, but not today. So we're going to carry on past. It's a horrible little turn in from this direction to get into the entrance of the canal. As you can see, it basically points the other way. This could be due to the fact that when it was built, nearly all the traffic went north rather than south from there. As you probably know, I'm very rarely in a hurry, and there's a boat catching up with me. It's a fairly reasonable, straightish, wideish part along here, so I just waved him to come on by me. It's crazy him sitting behind me when I just pulled along. I want to get the camera out and take a few shots at times as well, so it's a lot easier if you don't have someone following you. by here.
What a monstrosity of a building.
Rather large, isn't it? We're talking about the building I filmed on the way down. So here it is again on the way back up. We're now running through sort of the top end of Nuneaton. I'm going to moor up somewhere along this stretch here for the night. I have someone to meet in the morning. There's quite a popular stretch along here for boaters, so I assume it's quite safe. It's the next day now, and I've just set off. Does anyone know what this building is, just on the outskirts of Nuneaton here? I've been told in the past what it was and to look out for it. I can't remember for the life of me what somebody told me it was and what I was supposed to be looking out for. It's quite amazing, since I went down here just a few days ago, how the hawthorn now is getting green and the blackthorn is in blossom. This is of course the site of yet another bridge which is no longer here. You can still see quite clearly here the arch in the brickwork. Well, this is where I moored near Springwood Haven on the way down. Look how the blackthorns come out since. Well, this is where I was hoping to get that job, which all fell through. Oh well, no hard feelings. Let's continue cruising. Well, this is going to be my last time passing Harts Hill for a while. I do love these buildings here. They're definitely part of the canal heritage, aren't they? Still 4 o'clock. Well, I know I did say I was going to stop here at Manchester. Manchester's just over there, and go and look to see what we can find if the old Roman settlement being here. I know that the church is apparently quite interesting, but unfortunately I have to be in Atherstone early tomorrow morning, and it's about 3 o'clock now in the afternoon, and I just don't have time to stop here, go off for a walk for 3 hours, then get back and get to Atherstone. So it's going to have to be another day. I was quite looking forward to it actually as well, but one has to do what one has to do. Since I was here once before and I filmed that this bridge was being closed for maintenance, well, you can see here, look, it's had a good paint job and new railings. Look at that, nice new railings. As I come under one of the last bridges I will be going under before I actually get mooring up in Atherstone, that concludes my round trip from Atherstone to Coventry to Atherstone. Next video I will be going down Atherstone Locks, so even more Atherstone. I know Atherstone has been in a lot of my videos just lately, but the next one will probably be the last one for quite some time. Well, a big thank you goes out there to, of course, to everybody that supports the channel, and I hope you continue supporting the channel. And don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And hit the old bell notification button as well. That way YouTube will inform you every time I upload a new video. And click the all button as well. That way you'll definitely make sure you get to know when I put out new videos. I'm going to try and get more videos coming out to you shortly, not just on Saturdays anymore. I'll be definitely putting in the Wednesday ones, and there may even be some more coming along in the pipeline. It depends on how much filming I do and how much cruising I do. Well, that just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.